Hello, welcome to episode 3 of the Great Minds Tasting Podcast. Today we are, it's not a podcast, is it? It's a video. Oh well, today, nevertheless, we are tasting Freddie through what he's missed over the course of the last week, particularly our South African tasting, which we had last night. Went especially well, thanks in part to Mr. Finnemore bringing his biltong along, which was delicious. So Fred, we had 8 wines. We had 2 Chenin Blanc, one quite fruity, simply made, delicious, $8.99, fresh and easy drinking. One with a bit of oak on it, with a bit of thyme Belize. We then tried the Levine Roussanne Viognier, which if you've been in the shop, you probably have tried. It's been a really popular one with people, a 6-year-old white wine, lots of lovely nutty character. The Roussanne really giving it a nice complexity that's quite different from white wines in the rest of the world. And this one, which we're going to taste this morning, this is the Meerlust Chardonnay. Meerlust, based in Stellenbosch. I had the pleasure of driving past it and not into it, unfortunately. I didn't get the time to go in about a month ago. Beautiful part of the world, and they grow magnificent wines. Their red wines are particularly popular with Jancis Robinson. It's her favourite claret or Bordeaux style wine from outside of Bordeaux. But this Chardonnay is really quite wonderful. And again, what they've managed to do is take a grape that in different parts of the world can be expressive of really fruity, really dry and lean. They've managed to get what you get in sort of southern Burgundy in the Côte d'Or, which is a really lovely, expressive, full-bodied, full-flavoured virgin tropical wine, and keep it sort of modest and balanced and long. So this is sort of really inviting, buttery nose that comes in kind of a tropical flavour.
It doesn't smell too sweet. There's also a savoury quality to it.
And then so like all of the best wines, in my view, there's a real difference between the flavour that initially hits you, which is that lovely buttery, creamy character, and then it slowly builds and the fruit comes through, and you're getting almost sort of a pineapple, I think, and the finish is lovely and long and mouth-watering. I'm still tasting it. So a wine of this quality from Burgundy, I think, would be significantly more expensive. This is £21. I think it's a bargain. I think it would go on forever if you wanted to lay it down. It's going to get more interesting, but right now I love the balance.
Very rich, very expressive, and got a nice buttery note without being too decadent, I think.
Yeah, excellent. So quickly, just in case someone else comes through the door, we're going to talk you very briefly what we tried last night. Glorious, actually showed itself off really well. £7.25 barbecue. Normally in South Africa, Shiraz is referred to as Syrah. This one is definitely made in a more of a fruity style, so I understand why they've gone with Shiraz. It was very popular last night. This one, significantly older, 2011 vintage, and with a bit of oak and complexity, which I thought again showed really well. It opened up as the evening went on. Its tannins have softened, and it's just at that perfect point of the structure having melded into the fruit. The fruit is still very much there. Rubicon is it's the other iconic Meerlust wine. They're very best. 15 being brilliant vintage. It tasted glorious, and it's got a long way to go. If you believe their website, it's sort of going to be drinking from 2030 to 2045. So those of you with a great sense of self-discipline, it's a highly desirable wine. But it has to be said, it was drinking pretty beautifully last night. So the one we are going to try is the Hoopenberg Pinotage. Now, Pinotage is a grape almost exclusively grown in South Africa. It really doesn't make it out. And it's a cross between Pinot Noir and Sanso. Two fairly light wines, but this crossing produces sort of lovely, deep, inky red wine. And it's often associated with for my money, a bit too much oak. So there's a smoky, almost rubbery, sometimes sort of coffee-ish nature that comes from the oak, which it's definitely a matter of personal taste, but it's not for everybody. This one, however, I think they've been a lot more subtle, and you really got a huge amount of fruit. I don't know what you think on the nose.
A lot of fruit, but also a meaty quality that's definitely some savoury notes to it. And quite herbaceous at the same time.
It's definitely a wine that's about the grape. It's not been managed to taste like something else. It's not got that kind of slightly jarring oaky flavour to it. It's a really lovely, fruit forward, balanced wine, and this was ideal. Unfortunately, I'm afraid we haven't got the biltong out for you, but this is the kind of wine that you can really imagine, sunny barbecue, but with big flavourful meaty notes or mushroomy notes or whatever you'd like to do with but seared. This is gonna sing, because those deep, slightly toasty, slightly herbaceous notes are going to sink in with the meat, or whatever else you serve it with, and the bright fruit is really going to fly. And I think that's lovely. For $11.99, that's a really bold, unusually subtle and well-balanced Pinotage, and I really like it. Lovely. Fancy coming along to our tastings? Have a look on the website, and you can be talked through something like this, always between sort of 8 and 10 wines, most Fridays, most Wednesdays as well. Look forward to seeing you at one of those.